Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. So of course, as you could tell from the title, today is an installment of my Melt Cosmetics series. If you are new here, I started a series on my channel. It's been over 2 years ago. I want to say it's been 3. And I wanted updated looks on particular palettes that I owned in my collection. So I decided, let me use all of my palettes from a particular brand. At the time, it was McGrath. My audience loved the series so much that they asked me to continue it with other brands in my collection. Natasha Denona was the second. We just finished that and this will be the 3rd episode for this series, and it's gonna be with the Amor y Mariposas pressed pigment palette from Melt Cosmetics. So if you are new here and you love eyeshadow, you love eyeshadow palettes, and you love Melt Cosmetics, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I love and appreciate every single one of you. I truthfully have such an amazing community. Okay, let me go ahead and get some eye primer on my eyelids so we can get this eye look started. All right, my loves, let's get started. But before we do, just a couple of details on this collection. It is September 21st, and Hispanic Heritage Month goes from September 15th through October 15th. So I feel like I'm using this palette at a perfect time. The packaging, I did keep the box because of all of the details that went into this collection. I don't have everything. I do have some of the brushes that they launched with this collection, and then I did have a lipstick, but I did have to toss it because it had mold. This is like velvet. It's not just color red, like it feels like velvet on the inside, so that's why I kept the box. And then just all of the little details. So this is the Monarca Mariposa, the monarch butterfly, the colorful, like I feel like when you go to Mexico, anywhere in Mexico, like this is what you see. You see color, you see brightness. Where my mom is from, a lot of the houses are painted a very bright and colorful color. And of course the palette reflects nothing but beautiful colors. Every shade of the rainbow. It's just, I feel the essence of this collection is perfect for exactly what it is representing. If I remember correctly, I think Laura Arellano's family is from Michoacan, and she did visit Michoacan before this collection was brought to light. Okay, let me tell you what makeup I have on my face. Makeup Forever HD foundation 2N26, not the glowy one. Kosas concealer in 060. Sachu liquid contour, I think shade 2. Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer. The new Dior whipped blush in Orchid, powdered with the matte pressed powder from Dior for my under eyes, shade 2 light. And then I set the rest of my face with the luminous pressed setting powder from Dior. So hopefully everything stays good all day, although I think that Makeup Forever HD, it's a really good when it comes to keeping my oils at bay. Temperature just keeps dropping here in the morning, so fall is so close and I am just so excited. I feel like I've been talking a lot. Let me bring you in closer and we can finally get started with an eye look. Okay, so in my head, I have the colors green and purple. I'm not sure why those colors are calling to me, but this tone right here, I definitely want to use that cariño in my inner corner. It just looks, yeah. Let's just get started and see where it ends up, right? And I did use the Rare Beauty eye primer. Okay, so I think I'll start with Charro, and that looks like a very deep eggplant purple. This is the Refer 01, and I'm gonna add this near the outer corner. I'm pressing first and then I'll blend. All right, now I'm gonna jump into this one here, Nueva Vida, and it looks almost like a brig red orange. This is just a small little Natasha Denona brush, and I'm gonna use this for the edges of this plummy purple. So I'm gonna stamp first and then I'll blend. Now, because this is a pressed pigment palette, you're probably gonna get some staining. I don't think it's available anymore. I think the blush palette still is, but not the actual eyeshadow palette. Okay, I did put some NYX glitter glue on, and I think I'm gonna jump into this one, Sagrado, and then probably this Tequila. It looks like a slight goldy champagne. That's one thing I definitely wish that was in this palette, was maybe one lighter shimmer shade, because I don't think you can use any of the shimmers in here as like a brow bone highlight. They're just too, they have too much depth to them. All right, now Tequila, which is that pretty light goldy champagne, and I'm not dipping my hand too much into the pan. Okay, so I did go into the white eye base from About Face, and now I'm gonna go into Cariño, and I used the B4 from Blend Bunny, so I'll just use the same one. Okay, yeah, perfect. All right, let me finish off camera, come back, and we'll be done. All right, my loves, here is the full completed eye look. It's bright, but not too much. I like it. I like it. Okay, let me tell you what other makeup products I went into. Simi Haze bronzer in shade Gouda. Say powder blush in Chow. Eyebrows are Melt Cosmetics brow pencil and Sephora lamination brow gel. Mascara is Glossier something slick. I don't remember exactly what it's called. Highlighter Simi Haze in Citrine. Lips, I have on Melt Cosmetics lip liner in Cinnamon and Dominique Cosmetics lip and cheek tint, I think Pink Dreams. I always link exact shades down below. But yeah, okay, that is it. I believe that's all the other makeup I have on my face, and here is what this beautiful eye look looks like. I love it. It's so pretty. Well, it's not too much, you know? Okay, let me scooch you on out. Okay, this Amor y Mariposas palette, I enjoyed it so much when it first launched. I believe I did like 3 or 5 eye looks with this palette. I don't recall, but all of these tones are so pretty, and they kind of laid it out for you, so you can use this row or this one, although this one only has these 2 mattes and that orange, so not too much depth. Or this way, yeah, they definitely laid this out to where it could be easy to create an eye look. I just do what comes to heart. I really enjoyed this palette and the collection when it launched. Melt Cosmetics has now been with us for 12 years, and they either already had or their anniversary is coming, and they are having a 12th year anniversary launch. They are launching in eyeshadow stack, and I can't remember if it's 4 or 5, maybe 6 different shades, but the pans is divided in 2, so it has a shimmer and a matte. I don't know if that's the holiday launch of this year. This was the holiday launch of 2021, so 4 years already. I'm hoping we're getting something else, because Diana did say in one of her stories that a big launch was coming, so I'm hoping this 12-year anniversary isn't it. I hope it's something else. Crossing fingers. I enjoy Melt Cosmetics. They launch some pretty cool stuff, some pretty neat, and just so much detail goes into their collections, and I love that. I think that is one of my favorite things when it comes to Melt Cosmetics. They've stayed true to who they are, you know, they're not following the trends of everybody else, they're doing their own thing, and I love that. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the eye look. Let me know if this is a palette that you picked up or decided to skip on. Unfortunately, I think it's no longer available. Thank you so much for being here. I love and appreciate all of you. I hope you're enjoying this series. I still have at least 10 palettes to go. I hope you enjoyed the eye look. I love you all. With that being said, do not forget to give the video a big ol' thumbs up, and also don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye.